Hello everyone and welcome back to my second Grand Theft Auto 6 video. Side note, my last video got over 700 plus views and I very much appreciate that, even if I was rambling. So if you enjoyed that one, you'll hopefully enjoy this one as well. So today we got some screenshots of people and descriptions about them, as well as possible theories about those characters. We also got different areas around Leonida. A quick side note, I'm gonna go ahead and make that a whole separate video since this video is a big ass chunky one, an hour plus long. Yeah, that's a separate video. So you get 2 new videos, hopefully in the next week. And I think I'm saying that right. I'm not too sure. No one said it in the actual like trailers or anything, so I hope I'm saying that correctly. It's gonna be another chunky video, so let's go ahead and hop it right into it. First up, we have Jason Duval. Our first time seeing Jason is in trailer 1 back in 2023, but he didn't get much of the limelight since that trailer was mainly focused on Lucia. For the longest, all anyone known of him was saying trust and looking mad nervous. But your boy got a whole new trailer for himself, kinda. And definitely has a lot more to say.
I'm just fixing some leaks. That's why you came by? See you, Brian. Love you, Jason. I'm here for Lucia Caminos. She's supposed to be getting out.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I seen you here before.
You might have. Hey, you stay. It's a new beginning. Gonna do this, we're doing it right. You and me, Lou. We got this. Hey.
Alright, so Jason Duval. I spelled it wrong in my script, I'm not gonna hold you. Jason wants an easy life, but things keep getting harder. Jason grew up around grifters, crooks, and after a stint in the army trying to shake off his troubled teens, he found himself in the Keys doing what he knows best. Working for local drug runners, it might be time to try something new. So, from what I'm like seeing, obviously the dude's, smoking hot. I mean, they did that on purpose. You got 2 extremely attractive characters. Cool shirt. The chain looks nice. Signature chain for him. Little bit of a beard. You can tell from the first trailer that he looks a little different. Let me put up a side-by-side comparison. Yeah, he looks a little different. They definitely did a little bit more fixing up, and especially with Lucia. Lucia is a little bit more covert with hers. I think it's to match their style of creating characters. But for him, it seemed like he just got a full overhaul. But look at the way the sun like reflects off the hairs on his arm. Like that looks extremely realistic. And how the sun kind of goes on his arm instead of just kind of floods over. The light actually looks like it's coming from somewhere instead of it just being light, if that makes sense. The shadows are very prominent on areas that they need to be prominent on. The vegetation in the background, the palm trees looks like realistic as hell. But yeah, that's cool. This is like the most famous like shot that everyone uses in thumbnails and stuff like that. And also, what do y'all think about the thumbnail? It took me like a couple minutes to put together, but I don't like it. I'm proud. Again, looking sharp, dude, and look at the let's see. Oh, of course, yeah. Let's magnify that real quick. Look at the reflections on this. That's ridiculous. So I wonder if they can. You can kind of make out where he's at. Not really. Kind of looks like just the road in general. Can't really see any buildings or anything like that. The bike itself says Elvino V1 Principal. I'm not sure if that was a bike already in GTA 5. I'll do a little bit of an edit to show that it is or not. And, you know, maybe it is, maybe it is not. But that's dope.
So it seems like the bike from GTA 5, the Shitsu Hakachu, is based off the Suzuki Hayabusa. I'm sorry if I'm like butchering that name, but that's what the bike is based off of, and it definitely looks like it, but I believe it's gonna be a whole other different type of bike.
Here we got Jason again with Cal, and Cal in the background, seemingly about to get his attention. These dudes right here don't seem to be very fond of them at all. Let's go ahead and enhance that one too. Again, Jason, growing up a little bit of a beard. It seems like in each picture, his beard is getting longer. So we're getting that same mechanic we did in Red Dead Redemption 2. As time goes on, you end up growing your hair out and things like that, which is a dope feature that I actually really liked. You can see more of his hair coming out right here. It's a really dope feature that I actually really appreciated in Red Dead Redemption 2. Let's see what these guys look like. Even like zoomed in, they look very detailed, and that usually isn't always the case when it comes to games. You know, usually if someone's in the background, they kind of let a little bit of things kind of fly, especially with like lighting or like facial details and stuff like that. But you can still make out the wrinkles, his actual hairline, the individual hairs, leaving the ones that are kind of like tufted up. Shirt actually looks tangible, like it's something separate from their body. Seems here he has like a little bit of like a phone case, a phone case holder, one of those like belt ones. I haven't seen those in a while. AI? No, I'm just kidding. His watch. Oh, there's a really cool thing about the watches too. His tattoo is pretty cool right here. Let's see what they have in the background. That's like a fish. Can't really make out what that says, but that looks dope as well. I think that says, I don't know, something with an E. Profondo? I'm not really sure, but there's definitely a beer company. Chocobolo, I think that's what that means, and I think that the beer they were drinking in the trailer also means like idiot or something like that, which is fucking hilarious. Usual Rockstar nonsense. Let's see what he's drinking right here. Log beer, lager. All right. Okay. So that's what this is right here. Awesome. Smoke cigarettes. Again, okay, here's the watch right here. It's kind of upside down, but I believe that's about, I'm not good with military time, so let's go ahead and look that up real quick. Let's go back. Let's see the time that he, whoops, let's magnify that real quick. Let me see, 21:56. 56 turn time to 12 hours. Oh, well, so 9:56 p.m. Okay, that's pretty cool. Apparently the watches, Patriot beer right here. But yeah, so apparently the watches are actually real-time watches. So anything like, so the time that moves on in the game is literally what the watches will show, which is dope as hell. I don't think I've ever seen any other game company do something like that. And here's this snippet I showed in the last video. If you didn't watch the last video, if you don't want to, you don't have to. It's more of like me just being excited for the game. And I'm sorry that the audio was a little bit like I don't know, low. I don't know what happened in between me editing and stuff like that, but yeah. Here we got Jason pulling the gun out on somebody, and I'm guessing that's the clerk. If anything happens, I'm right behind you. And again, I'll show the actual video. Okay, alright, another day in paradise, right? Meeting Lucia could be the best or worst thing to ever happen to him. Jason knows how to wield it. How? Oh, okay. Jason knows how he'd like it to turn out, but right now it's hard to tell. Which is kind of, that's concerning. I mean, I'm hoping Lucia doesn't change on him, but I mean, yeah. You know, with Rockstar, they like their twist. And it's Bonnie and Clyde, so you know you're gonna get some type of drama. All right, so so what people also already pointed out. This is Duke, right? Yep, Duke. Okay, so Duke is like if you don't remember, in Red Dead Redemption 2, there were this is like Duke is pretty much the definitive gun manufacturer in GTA's universe, or in the Grand Theft Auto universe, or the Rockstar universe. So whoever Duke is like a very rich man. He is the NRA of our in their universe. The gun actually is a realistic gun. I think this is supposed to be an M4. If not, I apologize. I'm not a gun person whatsoever, but I believe this is either a M4 or a it's gotta be an M4. I was gonna say another gun type, but I don't think that's correct. All right. Then we got, our man Jason right here. Again with the watch. Let's see what time that is. So not too. That's about 10 o'clock. Okay, cool. So, I'm already learning military time. Let's see, GTA 6 is doing crazy stuff already. It's making me learn time in ways I never knew. You know what I'm saying? I never did military time before. I don't know how to do that shit. I mean, I do, but I don't. There ain't no point. Here we go with the shorter hair, cut beard, and things like that. So again, this might be a little earlier in the game. I don't know, or a little bit later. Maybe he had the longer hair earlier in the game, and then later on he cut it off. We don't know. I mean, it is up to us anyway. Okay, but you got two people in the background, man and woman. The hotel in the background looks pretty dope as always. The scenery in each individual room also looks tangible. Like, it looks like something you can walk into, and that's the main. Oh, two people over here. He looks like he's actually taking a picture and she's posing for it. That's actually pretty cool. That's another thing, dude. Oh, for the next video, I think I'm gonna do patents. I was gonna wait and do that a little bit later, and I was gonna make it online, but man, these patents are just so interesting to me. So definitely look out for that one. You got so many people in like an area together, and I think Rockstar is really focusing on the group mechanics for the NPCs, because beforehand the NPCs were kind of standing around each other, like if they were waiting outside the club or something like that, but for this, it's purposely shown that NPCs are literally grouping together on their own. But back to the interiors, these interiors, man, I really hope it is 70% enterable buildings, but I can understand why they maybe might cut that down to like 65. Even then, I still think it's going to be that much, because you can't go from 40, almost 50% of buildings on a PS4 for Red Dead Redemption 2 to the same thing in the next generation of console that is 3 times, more powerful with with a game like GTA. It just wouldn't make any sense. Plus, the patents come into play, and we're gonna definitely just get in and talk about those in another video. Okay, so this is another cool thing. He looks like Ryan Gosling here. Oops. Let's magnify this image. I'm pretty sure I can press something and make it happen, but I'm a little lazy. Definitely looks like Ryan Gosling right here. He's going fishing, and everybody knows, that's the first thing a lot of dudes do, is just go straight to fishing when we play the game. Well, there's another thing, and since there are a couple, I'm definitely testing it out. This fishing rod actually looks real. And speaking of fishing, I kind of want to go. We got Kyle in the background. I think doing sites for him, or they're staking out ooh, you know what? They might be staking out. This might be them on the boat hanging out. He's actually fishing and kind of wanted to get some relaxation, but at the same time, they could be staking out some boats to steal from. I mean, hey, I do think, obviously the marine life, aka, the marine life, aka like boating and actual like marine life, like dolphins and turtles and stuff like that. And one of the screenshots I'll be showing way later literally looks to be like it's gonna be an actual thing, so you get on the boat with him. Maybe you can actually just do fishing and stuff like that, or you can maybe change things around where there can be a prompt to go up to Cal and be like, hey, or you can mark it yourself and be like, hey, I think that boat might actually have some good stuff on it. Let's get closer, or take a look and see if you see anybody on it or how many people are on it. See if we can do a hit or something like that. Put a follow on them, and then maybe we can get some money out of that. Next up, we got our. Honestly, is she Cuban or Puerto Rican? I know Cubans have the highest percentages of Hispanic population in Florida, so I'm actually very curious. I'm gonna look this up. Okay, I was correct. So she probably is Cuban or Puerto Rican. Nah, we'll see. Anyways, we have our queen, Lucia Caminos. We already know from the trailer 1. Is that trailer 1? What the hell? We already know from trailer 1 that she's in a bit of trouble due to the fact that she's in prison and they have an ankle monitor on her right foot. Jason comes to pick her up from jail and proceeds to immediately get into shenanigans with her because same. I literally do anything she asks, so I don't blame him for getting in trouble, aka robbing banks 4 seconds after coming to get her. So now we have Lucia Caminos. Alright, so Lucia's father taught her to fight as soon as she could walk. Life has been coming at her fast, swinging ever since. Fighting for her family landed her in Leonida Penitentiary. Sheer luck got her out. Lucia's learned her lesson, and only smart moves from here. That kind of fighting for her family landed her in Leonida prison, penitentiary. That makes me wonder what that means. So and apparently she's from Liberty City, so maybe when she first came here, moving from Liberty City, you're moving from a whole nother environment to a new one, and maybe she was getting picked on, or you were trying to extort her family, maybe. I don't know. And she decided to do the one thing she knew how to do, which was fight, and that fight went wrong. And maybe because that fight went wrong, she went to prison, but she got out early because maybe footage of someone coming around taking pictures, or everyone has a cell phone nowadays, and that's a main point in this game. Someone just happened to record it, and because of that, they're like, hey, you're free to go. Not only because we now saw what happened prior to what happened, we have confirmation that you didn't mean to kill that person, so now you're free to go. That might be a dumb theory, but that it's plausible. All right, look at the sweat on her, man. The different like the different hairs coming off, because she could have it in a proper bun, and then as time went on, the more hairs start fraying off the bun because of the rough movement. Looking very focused. This necklace right here is pretty dope because it shows up in every single shot she's in. And it might be one of those things where you could take it off, but it's very important to her, to where maybe when she, when you switch back to her, she might be putting it back on because you took it off. That would be a cool thing. But look at the detail on the veins. Like, you can actually see the muscles literally tensing up because she's throwing the haymaker. That is dope, man. This fist is clenched and ready to go. You see the gym equipment and stuff in the background. You see somebody back here doing some type of workout. What does that say? No, I'm not doing what y'all think. Eris. All right, cool. I wonder, and I'm hoping that, like in GTA 4, when you were able to fight people, I'm hoping that in GTA 4 you're able to fight people a different way. So it looks like she'll be knowing more boxing style, but as time goes on, you'll be able to maybe work out or train enough with different people that you can change your fighting style as time goes on. That would be freaking dope. Where she becomes like a masterclass boxer or like world champion or something like that. Or not world champion, but state champion. Like maybe there's going to be a mini game. I really hope there's a mini game where it's like underground fighting, where you can win money by doing fights and bets and stuff like that. Or since they're both a couple, Jason and Lucia, he can go to her games, bet the highest bidder. She goes in and beats the crap out of these people, and they win the money. And since they're together, he just, he does the dirty work by saying, hey, I'm gonna put about 500,000 on this girl right here. No bullshit. 500,000 on her. I bet you win. And they're like, dude, you're crazy. 500,000 on her? Are you sure? He's like, yeah. And then you play as Lucia and you beat the dog shit out of him. And if you lose, then either you lose $500,000 or you're in debt with that person. That would be freaking dope. Maybe not 500,000, but maybe a good chunk, like 5,000 or something like that. Rags to riches story. So not too much, but it's tangible to kind of like pay back in some form. That would be dope. All right, so here we go. We got another image right here of her and Jason at the pool. Right here you got a martini. It even reflects a little bit of the pool edge, as you can see. Nice looking strawberry right here, kind of very, very somewhat realistic. We got here a 6'8", 6x8 pool, 6 foot and 8 inches pool. It kind of makes me wonder how tall she is. She's got to be at least like 5'6" or something like that. Jason's definitely over 5, like 6 foot. But you again, look at his hair. This time it looks a little bit more blonde. It might be because of the sun, which again is another good detail. But it definitely looks a little longer. His muscles are freaking ripped again. But you can, it does look like it does have highlights in it, but again, this definitely probably, you know, getting lighter because of the sun. You got these two women in the background sunbathing. I think they're older women by the looks of it, in the gray hair, but I might be wrong. Like a mom and daughter type of situation. You got her phone right here. That'd have been dope if it was on, but oh wait, it is on. Oh, she's on the phone with someone. I can't read what that says, but wow. Dude, how detailed is this fucking game? Okay, so you see the reflections off the pool. I see another person in the background. I almost thought I had to blur that for a second. You see the reflections in her glasses. She's kind of looking out over there. You can't really tell exactly what it is, but that's still really good. That's still really cool how they again, the necklace. It's still really cool how they implemented how they're implementing reflections. Because usually, again, reflections, and a lot of people pointed out, like Cyberboy, TGG, Vice City. I think his name is Vice City Projects or something, or Vice Projects or something like that, or Vice Project. I'm sorry if I'm getting your name wrong. As they pointed out, like the cars actually reflect actual, you know, reflections. You know, it's not just a blurred mess. You can actually see everything in real time, which is dope, man. All right, moving on. That thing just for last for Lucia. You see her in jail. She's in her jumper or prison outfit. I don't know why I said jumper. It's clearly not one outfit. You see that she has another type of hairstyle, which is cool, like a prison braids or something like that. Like somebody in there did their hair for her. As you can tell also that she has a little bit less makeup, a little bit more rougher skin. You can look at the detail. Oh my god, as I zoomed in, watch. Wow. And it actually looks like separate clothing. It's not just something that's kind of just 2D mapped on or something like that, like something that's just kind of attached. It's something that's realistically there. And if I sound like I'm far away and I'm closer, it's because I'm like talking into the mic, but I'm also like so focused on the actual video, pictures of what I'm, you know, talking about, that I like forget to like look at the mic and talk to it. You got the bracelet, and you can tell, well, not the bracelet, fucking handcuffs. You can tell that they're like literally separate, and they're digging into their skin a little bit. You can see the little marks on their hands and stuff like that from where the cuffs were originally, but as they walk, you know, it moves up and down. You can see the different lines there, which is pretty dope. It also looks like her hands are a little bit roughed up from fighting people. Then you got this woman right here behind the thing, and it might behind the glass, and it looks like I don't think she's a warden. I think that's another inmate with her like maybe shirt off, and that's just the undershirt, or she could be a lunch lady. I'm not too sure. But yeah, it's pretty cool, man. These different tattoos is also awesome, like that. The more than anything, Lucia wants a good life from her mom has dreamed of ever since their days in Liberty City. But instead of half-baked fantasies, Lucia is prepared to take matters into her own hands. And again, we got that same those same couple seconds of video that I will show you guys right now. All right, so the only thing that matters is who you know and what you got. Wow. Fresh out of prison and ready to change the odds in her favor, Lucia is committed to her plan no matter what it takes. A life with Jason could be her way out. Alright, so that means it really seems like Lucia is going to take things a little bit way too far. And Jason's just not going to know how to handle that. or Jason could be a way for her to, obviously, like she says, for her to move on out of this life. The prison, the constant being followed by police, jail, and all these other things like that. And maybe he's the one who comes up with something to help her get out. Because again, he's in cahoots. Well, not cahoots, but he's really good friends, or at least buddy with Brian Heder, as you saw in the trailer. They're both very connected to each other. So maybe they're the both. Are those stretch marks? Oh my gosh! Wow. Oh wow, that looks like an actual like. Okay, we're gonna. Jason's connected to Brian Heder, so maybe he gets her into this life. She gets addicted to it because they're getting more money than she's ever had before, and she's liking the lifestyle. But then after a while, Jason starts to kind of wean off of it and not really trust certain things that are going on. Hence the word trust. And he trusts her to kind of maybe he trusts her to wean away from the life, and she trusts him to keep it going. But both of them are not coming to an agreement or a middle road. Is there really a middle road for that type of thing? We'll see. All right. Again, the boxing glove, very prominent. And then if you remember from the first trailer, this was more of like just a sparkly dress. It didn't have the individual pieces on it like it does here. You can see she's like ripped and like, and she even has hair on her arm. Men who do not understand that women, especially Hispanic women, have hair on their arms needs to be jailed ASAP. Here you got other women in the background. They're just dancing from the nightclub scene. She has her phone in her hand, iFruit phone. But this right here is what caught my attention. At first I thought it was stretch marks, but I think it might be stretch marks, but also like you can see a bullet hole wound on her back. So again, like some other YouTubers have said, I really think there might be a mechanic when it comes to GTA Online, at least, or maybe even the game, that you could get scarring from certain things. So instead of like how GTA was, where you get shot up a whole bunch and you just have blood on you until you get like health back and then it goes away, with this game you actually get shot. You have to be a little bit more careful this time. So if you get shot, you will get scarring. That would be a cool feature. I mean, the way that people play might be a little bit too much, Lucia's half of Lucia's face is like burnt or something like that, and the other half like scarring, because you got into so many fights and other, miscellaneous nonsense. But the hair on her is just crazy, man. Like each individual hair looks real. Like it looks like it's its own tangible thing. And I like that. Alright, so moving on to this one. This one's the one that really caught my attention. It looks here that she got in some type of trouble with somebody, and they definitely trying to find her ass. He does not look too happy. She seems to be hiding right around the corner. Her lips look a little bit more chapped, which is another cool detail, meaning that she's been running for a while and she's tired. She definitely looks worried, and the lighting on here is amazing, man. Like the lighting coming from outside and directly on her face just a bit, meaning that she's just about ready to do what she has to do to get rid of this guy. And again, she can fight, so she's a little bit more comfortable with letting him get close. And I like that detail. Here's her holding the gun. Let's see if we can find the Duke. It's 9mm. I think that's the dude right there. Oh, no, probably not. Alright. Pretty dope. But this time she doesn't have... I just realized she doesn't have her boxing glove right here. So, maybe we can remove it, or maybe it got lost. I mean, I know we can remove it, but maybe it got lost. Again, see? Boxing glove right back. Alright, this time we're at a bar. That's pretty dope. So we got the liquor bar. Let's see what this is. Watkins. Not too sure. I'm gonna say Wicks.
What?
Or something. Winks.
Bro,
Winks.
what are you talking about, man?
Good Winks or Food Links? I don't know. Drinks. No, that's not it. We'll figure it out. Hot something bar. All right, now we got Lucia here looking a little bit irritated. I don't know. It seems like she's in the back of the bar, which is pretty cool. Oh, we have another Gloriana. Wait, yeah. Wow. Hold on. Wait a minute. Gloriana license plate right here. So the rumor is that we're gonna have 2 states instead of 1. One of the postcards actually kind of gives that away in a sense. So I'm thinking maybe that Gloriana and Leonida are going to be the 2 states that people that people can go to, and that's cool if it is. That means that map is gonna be huge, man. Like maybe one of the patents is streamlined servers, so maybe I don't know. We'll get into those type of theories when that video comes, but this bike does look kind of dope. As there's no real names on it right now, so I can't really tell what it is. I can look in GTA, but I'm not really good with the vehicles on there. But I'll try, because most of the bikes I have driven kind of look like these, but I think this is a whole new thing.
So it seems that the bike that Lucia is sitting on is based off the Pagasi Ruffian. It was one of the best motorcycles in the game for a good while, to be quite honest. I personally had one until I got the Hakuju. But that's the bike that's motorcycle I believe is based off of, maybe a more modern version, but the real life equivalent of it is the Ducati Monster, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool looking bike, to be quite honest. I really wish I was into bikes. I definitely would have wanted one of these things, but these are dope, man. But yeah, that's what the bikes are based off. I think that's what the in-game GTA 5 version of the bike is based on, and the in real life version
Vehicle for this game. This is the artwork right here for the new artwork that they came out with. This looks pretty dope, man. I really like this. This one, they obviously just got a lick, so they're definitely chilling, hanging out in there with their spoils. She still has her gun. Maybe they just got back and they're resting. I don't know. Only in Leonida, when the sun fades and the neon glows, everyone has something to gain or more to lose.
Now we have Calhampton. First impression of dog is he's down bad.
Hey, if you got friends, can you hook me up, please?
But then again, look at the material. I get it.
Funny looking dude already, man. I mean, he looks like somebody he's gonna get into some nonsense. He's gonna be the reason why we're probably on the water a lot, as you can tell, because he's on the boat already. And then the other screenshot, again on the boat. Jason's friend. I'm sorry. What if everything on the internet was true? Jason's friend and fellow associate of Brian's, Kyle feels safest hanging at home, snooping on Coast Guard comms with a few beers with some private browser tabs open. So, I mean, I know earlier I said, maybe he can help you scope out some other boats to probably steal from and stuff like that, which I still think that is a thing that can happen. But also, he might be the reason why you get into some funny or weird, like, different type of missions, like that. That there's one screenshot we're gonna look at later that literally shows you guys you underwater. So maybe you're sneaking out to a certain place that he heard them talking about over the radio, and it might include something that you can get some money from. Who knows? All right, we're gonna look at this first screenshot right here, and right now we're looking at Gatorland. This is an actual real place in Florida called Gatorland, and this is our first confirmation that we're gonna be in. There's gonna be some part of Orlando, which makes sense. Is that I thought that was like an alien like cat. I don't know why, but that's a cool shirt. I actually like that shirt. Again, the clothing looks separated. Like this looks like just a separate thing on his body. Of course, he's gonna have like a shark tooth thing. I thought it was like a Bermuda. Oh, it might be a little Bermuda Triangle kind of situation going on there. It wouldn't surprise me. Let's see his tattoos. What the freak is that? You should think it's hell, but you got what the hell, man? What the hell? Oh, okay, her head's right there. There you go. I thought she was like getting eaten by an alien or something on the tattoo, which wouldn't put it past him. That would be that. I don't know who this character is in the background, but he looks like he's gonna beat us though. And, one of the mini games is like, hey Nico, let's go bowling. It's like, hey Jason, can you hook me up, please? He's like, hey Jason, you wanna go golfing? And that would have been funny if they have him bother you after death with that. Got another little gator in the background, little cartoon one, more realistic kind of one in the background too. But hey, that's cool, man. I can't wait to see the other parts of Leonida, because they definitely are hiding a lot. All right, this is, I think, Brian's boat shop here. Yeah, Brian's boat and boat marina. Let's see. Laura Real, we got Jason with Cal. Cal's shirt says violence is cool, thanks video games. And it's one of those shirts that if you don't know, it's like you can get them from Target. It's one of those like reverse psychology, well, not reverse psychology, it's like one of those reverse shirts where it's like, instead of a positive message or anything like that, like violence causes video games cause violence, don't play video games, it will say something like this. We got anything else in the background? No, this is just the hanger. Pretty cool, but the main thing was this shirt. Definitely something you can actually get in real life, which I find funny. I'm gonna show the video right here. It seems like because I'm recording for some reason it's got it paused, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. All right, so there are way too many birds flying around in perfect formation. So he's definitely going to be some type of weird conspiracy theory guy, which I really like. It brings the more wacky and funny moments to GTA. All right, so we got Jason again with the longer hair. Maybe they're not in the same. Was he in that same outfit in the other screenshot? No, I don't think he was. I think it's a whole nother bar. It does kind of look like it. Again, you get Gatorland in the background. So maybe he's from the Orlando, or the equivalent of Orlando in Leonida's area. All right, Joe Shorts Blast. Beat up wood. We got a woman back here. Is that a woman or a dude? Yeah, okay, no, that's a woman, I think. Masculine woman. Please let me know if I'm wrong, but the facial features are kind of like up in the air. I mean, it might be a non-binary person. We don't know. Anyway, we got a lizard in the background. I love his little crown. I love that. The detail on the lizard is actually pretty insane. He's probably getting, they're probably getting rizzed up by him. It's like, hey man, let me touch the iguana. And she's like, nah, this is mine, man. They're both drinking the same beers. He's in here, you know, having conversation with him again. Cool t-shirt. Cool stuff. Let's see if we can see anything else in the background. All right, we got like artworks right here. Please seat yourself. License plate. Can't really say it. You see what that says? Got some like random old man right here. Oh God, my old man McGucket. I think this is a Liberty City one, but I might be wrong. We got some type of car here that definitely does look like a Mustang, like a Dominator. I do know some cars. NVC. North Vice City, maybe. Vice. Okay, all right. Pretty cool, man. Again, it must be his favorite beer right here. All right, we got him chilling in the pool. What the hell is this tattoo, man? These are pretty cool tattoos, dude. Like, they look more intricate and actually like on the body versus how on GTA where it just looked painted on. Like, it was just PNG'd on. It's like, here you go. I love how the pool floaties have actual wrinkles in them, like they would in real life. Like, it's slightly deflated. We got like more soda and things like that. The psychopaths are in charge. Get used to it. Cal is at the low tide of American happy there. Casual paranoia loves company, but his friend Jason has bigger plans. Again, we're gonna go through this. We're gonna go through this. All right, now next up we have Booby Ike. I want to say Bobby so bad. I think that's gonna be like the joke of his name. Like, maybe he's one of those that just crashes out because you keep saying his name wrong, and I don't blame him for that because the man's name is Booby Ike, or Bobby Ike. It's all about the hearts, the Jack of Hearts. Booby is local Vice City legend. Is a vocal Vice City legend, and acts like it. One of the few to transform his time in the streets into a legitimate empire, spanning real estate, a crime. One of the few to transform his time in the streets into a legitimate empire, spanning real estate, a strip club, and a recording studio. Booby's all smiles until it's time to talk business. So he's a serious man. And I'm not gonna lie, there was a little thing earlier, if you don't remember, I'll gladly jog your memory. T-Pain kind of fucked up and said he was in the game.
Oh, I need to be on No Pixel RP. I used to be. And then, how about this shit? I used to be on No Pixel. Then I started working on on GTA 6, and they told me I couldn't do RP anymore because it kind of goes against shit. They had this whole speech like, like, what if somebody took your album and re-recorded it and more people were listening to that? Then I'm like, okay, I kind of get that, but I was having a good time. All right, that's fine. Then I started working on the game with them, and then they teamed up with the people that kind of like make the RP shit. Wow. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? Whoa. Like, what the fuck? Wait, bitch, shit. Y'all told me I couldn't do this shit, and y'all teamed up with the people that that enable the RP shit to happen. Anyways, whatever.
I don't know if I think he said it was for music, but he kind of looks like him. I might be wrong, but it does slightly resemble T-Pain with his haircut. Alright, we got him in the strip club. We got a lady upside down right here. Oops. Okay, let's back that up a little bit. We got him drinking some possible lean, something like that. We got people in the background throwing money. Cool shot. Dude looks mad dope though. I love the little scarring and stuff on these people, man. This game is doing such a good job with how the human face and body looks. Like this looks like an actual face instead of just something, again, mocapped or 3D scanned and calling it a day. This looks like they took their time to put each individual pore on this person, then 3D mapping. I know that's impossible, but still. I just realized something, that his just realized this. His a part of his beard is missing. So I don't know if this is like a scar thing, or something happened earlier where he kind of messed up and he's like, dang, I messed up on shaving and people are gonna make fun of him for it. I don't know, because it's not here it's still on the side a little bit. So that does mean that maybe, again, another instance of scarring. He got shot in the face. I don't know, but it looks kind of even on this side. But the last one, again, a dope ass jacket, possibly not intimidating. Definitely copying Versace's look. Got a whole stack in his hand. All about the money. Got the rose in here, gun right here, and that little thing right here, man. I think that's a switch. I think it's a switch. Pretty dope, man. If you heard something in the background, today's my birthday when I'm recording this, and the balloons fell off the wall, so I apologize about that. I'm gonna play the video right here. Again, high definition, extremely cool. I love it. The club money paid for the studio, and the drug money paid for it all. Again, very high definition. Then you got your boy Draquan Priest right here. I guess they're arriving to the strip club, Shack of Hearts. You got someone in the background, dude, chopping it up with a woman back there. Draquan looking dope. Again, the black hairstyles, man. They look mad dope, man. So I think might be a little bit of a thing messing. No, I think it's just the patches of hair. That are like, it's just the angle. And I do think that maybe it's a little bit less rendered. Again, him with a phone. All right. I do believe this is actually his it is his place. So you might be able to get a few missions out of this, and I feel like he's definitely going to be an online character where we get everyone always flocks to the strip club. So I feel like they're purposely going to make you now go to the strip club just so you can get main missions, which is completely rockstar. You got these women next to him looking far too good for their own good. Young angst. Young angsters. Okay, that's pretty dope. You got the bottle girls right here. Must be somebody celebrating their birthday or something like that. Apparently on these dollar bills, these people right here are from Red Dead Redemption 2. They're the presidents from that universe, so maybe everything is connected. Top quality cuts. Booby might seem like he's out for himself, but it's his partnership with young aspiring music mogul Draquan for Only Raw Records that he sees that he's most invested in. Now they just need a hit. Draquan Priest. Alright. Only Raw Records. Draquan was always more of a hustler than a gangster. Even when he was dealing on the streets to make ends meet, breaking into music was the goal. Hopefully he wasn't, walking up to people when they're running away, getting shot at, and he's talking about jacuzzis and shit like that. You don't need that. Alright, look at him looking fly as hell, man. See, I think it was literally just the angle, or possibly the maybe it's just the rendering, but it did, he has a little bit more hair here. I definitely like that suit, especially the let me see if we can read some of this over here. No, you can't, just bar. Alright, but this is dope right here. I really like the material on this. Look at that, man. Again, the clothing looks like separated. It looks like something that's on their body, but they put it on, and not something that's just glued on there. There you go. You have woman right here chilling against the thing. This is another woman right here chilling by the side. Got someone chopping it up to two girls over there. Someone getting in. All right. It looks like he's at a high. No, I was gonna say high stakes, but a higher end party. Still a party, but something a little bit more vintage, And here goes the real dimes with Draquan. That's pretty cool. I believe this is Roxy, and I think this is I can't remember her name. Yeah, I can't remember her name. No, actually, this might be Roxy. This might be the other woman. I don't know. We'll see. They look like they're getting attention because of their music, which is cool. He looks excited and happy because now he has a reason to, that again, he's looking for one hit. And maybe they make music together and people actually like their music. So I wonder if we might be helping them make their music, or they might be getting into trouble with other people. Alright, so they're looking good. She's definitely, I want to say she's literally based, well, I wouldn't say literally, but I think she's really based off of Megan Thee Stallion. It wouldn't, I wouldn't put it past them. Megan has been blowing up recently, by a lot, and she could be like Glorilla or something like that. I don't know, but there's definitely, or they're based off Florida rappers that we don't know. That's a little bit more, not mainstream, but something that's a little bit more local. Dope tattoos though. Here we go with another. Here's Draquan again. Dancers are like my A&Rs. If the records are a hit, DJ's gonna be spinning it. And he ain't lying. Again, okay, here we go with them in the background. Not them in the background, I'm sorry. Here we go with him in the recording studio. This is a whole nother character, so I'm guessing this is a producer. And I'm guessing he's like Mustard in a sense. What was really cool that someone pointed out, and I saw in another video, this is literally exactly how a fucking doll would look like. This is exactly how a doll would look like. If you made music before, I'm not joking, this literally looks like something they would put, this is a well put together doll. This is something you would actually use in real world. That's actually cool, man. The level of detail for that is just insane. That to me is what makes me happy about this company, man. They take their time with stuff.
They don't care about waiting. They don't care about taking too long because they know for a fact that when it comes out, it's gonna deliver. You know, like this, something like this, dude. You can't replicate that, man. Like that's Rockstar. That's Rockstar's main thing. You can't get that. You can't get out of that, man. You can't get past that. And you got these two women in the background, kind of watching, but they look like they're looking at something, meaning that they're probably looking at the real dimes in the recording studio, which is dope, man. All right, you have Draquan again. Again, him is just him in a club scene, and maybe he sees this actually looks like the same club that Lucia and Jason are at. So maybe he sees them and dancing and stuff like that, and they probably look good together, and he's like, hey, these people have some potential for something. Let me go ahead and talk to him. And yeah, that might be it. I don't know. You're with the label now. So now that he's signed the Real Dimes, Draquan's days of booking acts into Booby's strip club might be numbered as he sets his sight on the Vice City scene. It sounds like he's about to get in some trouble. So now we have the Real Dimes. Let me tell you. Alright, no, they look good. Especially Miss Mama's right here. I think this is Baylux. Oh, it is. Okay, so she's Roxy and she's Baylux, because you can tell by the chains. I'm surprised no one mentioned that, or they probably did, and I'm just now noticing that because I'm stupid. Yeah, Roxy, Baylux. Alright, so Baylux and Roxy, aka Real Dimes, have been friends. Videos, viral hooks. Baylux and Roxy, aka Real Dimes, have been friends since high school. Girls with the savvy to turn their time shaking down local dealers into cold hard cash via spicy rap tracks and relentless social media presence. And again, I believe it. They look tangible, like tangible people. Here's Baylux right here. Gotta put some headphones on. It looks like they are in the same studio from earlier, or maybe another one, but it looks like they're definitely getting ready to record some tracks. Again, you got the equipment here, got the headphones on. She looks damn near ready. And then you got Roxy right here. Okay. Yeah. All right. So now I know. She looks like she's mad at something. She looks like she's about to get at somebody, and Draquan's in the background looking a little concerned. But, you know, she looks like she can take care of business. And again, look at the detail on her hair, man. So again, like I said earlier, Fortnite is really good with black people's hair. And I know that sounds like a little fringe thing to say, like, oh, why do you care so much? As a black man myself, that shit is important. Because I got a lot of the times, and I know y'all know this, a lot of developers get lazy. They give us afros, a bald cut, a fade, and a regular, like, just close head shape, and then that's it. Maybe they might give us dreadlocks, and they're not even dreadlocks. They're like something else. So yeah, I'm very happy that they're taking their time with this, because this looks amazing, man. This literally looks amazing. She looks good, and the material on her jacket is also crazy too. It looks like Sully. She skinned Sully and just put that shit on, cause she got that shit on. Yeah, dope. All right, and again, I'm gonna show the video. All my dimes in this club, meet my twin, make it a dub. All my dimes in this club, meet my twin, make it a dub. Alright, okay. Alright, then you got people kind of cheering them on. That's kind of, this shit's dope, man. Look at this. Oh, I'm happy. So it looks like he's getting ready to open up his phone to record. And then you got, You got people cheering them on, paying attention to them, and all this other stuff. They look like they rocking out and stuff like that. This looks like in motion too. Wait. They look like they're distracting them, unless that's Draco in the background. No, that's a whole nother dude. They're recording. I wonder if they're recording. I wonder if they're distracting these guys, because it's all men. And this guy looks like he has body armor on. No, never mind. I thought that was body armor. This car looks dope though. That looks real. This is like this is based off the Audi. For a fact, I know that for a fact because I had one of those cars in GTA. But this is a really cool scene because they, these men seem like they know them, or they're rapping in one of their songs, and everyone's kind of paying attention. Like, oh shoot, okay, these guys are, these girls are pretty good. And here's the last screenshot right here. You can see that this is got Baylux right here getting ready to go on, and look like they look like they just finished rapping out, and their nails look amazing, man. And look at the depression in the, hold on, let me see if it's on this, because if that's the case, man, this is fucking ridiculous, dude. There's a depression in this too. Like, this is sitting on top of her head, but it's crushing her hair. Dog. Like, you can see the actual depression in her hair. That shows that she's actually wearing some headphones. It isn't just like, her having the headphones on and maybe her hair is a little frizzed up or something like that. That actually looks like something's on them. One hit away from fame. An early hit single with local rapper Downplay took Real Dimes to new heights. Now after 5 years and a whole lot of trouble, they're signed to Only Raw Records, hoping lightning can strike twice. All right, that means they're gonna take anything to the next level, anything to get themselves in the limelight. Right. All right, Mr. Batista. Experience counts. Confidence, charm, and cunning. Rouse a second. Experience counts. Confidence, charm, and cunning. Rouse a seasoned bank robber, always on the hunt for talent, ready to take the big risk and willing to take the best. Experience counts. Confidence, charm, and cunning. Rouse a seasoned bank robber, always on the hunt for talent, ready to take take the risk that bring the biggest rewards. And he's looking dope, man. Oh, and another thing, I think the voice actor for Raul actually outed himself on social media. I'll show a picture right here and tell me he looks exactly like him, man. Look at this. The side by side is crazy. Like, that's crazy. The fact that he told on himself was a little. I'm hoping that's not him. Maybe he's just saying, "Hey, that looks like me." I don't know, but we'll see. I'll have to check again to see if he got told, got in trouble for it. All right, so we got Raul here with his phone in his hand. We got someone in the background. It seems like he's just definitely, focused, planning another heist. Looking cool, man. Look extremely HD, extremely detailed. Love it. All right, we got him here sitting on a boat. And again, Kyle's one of those people that are always on boats. So maybe he sees him rob someone, likes what he did. He sees Jason and Kyle rob people. He likes what they did. He invites them to do a little bit more jobs with him. Or they try to rob him. It goes slightly sideways.
but he likes Jason's enthusiasm, meaning that he will try and recruiting him, or he does recruit him. Cool. I like this. I like that the drawbridge is opening, and you already know what I'm gonna do. And I'm also gonna try this too. Going down each one like this. I wonder if I can do that. Maybe there might be something up here or something down here. I don't know. We'll see. I love me some parkour type stuff, so we'll try that out when the game comes out. Life is full of surprises, my friend. I think we'll be wise to remember that. I'm gonna show the video right here. All right, so all right, we got Raul here again. I'm sorry, not Raul. Raul here again. Let's see. This time around, the cars and stuff definitely look a little bit more fleshed out. Like beforehand, it was just like things a car might have, but this literally has like the this literally has like floodlights, and I can't really tell what that is. This looks like if you can pop the hood. This is like, you know, hazards, stuff like that. Maybe this is for like the air conditioning. And it's touchscreen too, which is cool. You got the different, like there's a little thing that looks like a Spotify logo right here. Maps, not sure what the rest of these would be, but maybe this is like OnStar or something like that. So if you don't know what OnStar is or OnStar is, it's like a company that works with cars. So if you get into an accident, OnStar automatically calls your insurance company or a company or tow company or something like that to come get you to have someone come and get you, or have someone call 911 for you so they know where you are. It's pretty cool. Seats are looking actually real this time, like actual real leather. Not sure where he is, but definitely looks like he has his plan work. You know, he got the money, and he definitely looks a little nervous right here, or a little focused, to where, you know, hey, if somebody looks a little too hard, man, you might be sleeping with the fishes, man. All right, pretty cool. All right, so right here we have him again, and he looks a little bit like Val Kilmer. So that's what a lot of people are saying here. I'm gonna put them. I'm gonna try to talk to this woman right here. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put a side by side right here for him. This game definitely took some inspiration from Heat. You got a couple right here walking away, you know, a helicopter in the background again with these beautiful, like, just volumetric clouds. The clouds look like realistic, like they just look like there's something in the background, and not they actually look tangible, you know, like it looks like if that helicopter flew through it, it would come out the other side with some type of like puff coming out as well. Very cool. A professional adapts. Raul's relentlessness raises the stakes with every score. Sooner or later, his crew will have to double down or pull their chips from the table. And I'm loving these, like, this nervousness that the crew could possibly have with him. I like that. All right, so now, last but not least, we have Brian Heder. Nothing makes a mudslide at sunset. Nothing better than a mudslide at sunset. Brian's a classic drug runner from the golden age of smuggling the keys. So like the 80s, early 90s. Definitely like heavy, like Miami Vice kind of moves right there. Still moving product through his boatyard with his third wife, Lori.
Brian's been around long enough to let others do his dirty work. So he doesn't even have to do his own type of things anymore, man. He doesn't have to do the running himself no more. So now he got like Jason, Cal to do it for him. Oops. I messed up. We're gonna get into this later in another video. Give me 1 second. All right, so now so we got in this first video picture right here. Again, the clothes looking amazing. Each, like, not even just the material, but each like flap looks like it's not a part of the shirt. Like, you can clearly see the gaps in between. Some of the fabric kind of flipping up from it has its wear on it. The skin looking amazing. We're clearly in his boatyard right now, and I guess he ran into some people, or not ran into some people, maybe that's his like personal pilot that flies his product back and forth between the Keys and maybe Cuba, or Leonida's version, or GTA Rockstar's version of Cuba. But he definitely looks like he's telling him to make sure it gets to where it needs to go. This right here again looks extremely realistic, man. And now that I have it like full on HD, looking at it, it looks amazing, dude. Like again, dude, like if someone just happened to look at your phone and you just happen to have this pulled up, he would look real. He would think you're like, that's somebody's uncle or something. Like that. He looks amazing, man. And I'm glad as hell that, like, again with these reflections, looks like they're in the grass rivers. You can tell a little bit too as well, because it's, instead of like the saltish kind of like grime look that you would get from the Keys, so the constant salt that's flying around everywhere, something like that, it looks a little bit more muddy, which makes more sense. Again, with the bracelet looks actually like a tangible item, so it's moving around on his wrist and things like that, instead of just sitting there. And again, it's cool because the hair is actually depressed down and pushed down while the bracelet is on his arm, instead of it just being there. Again, with the hair, it looks amazing. We got another tattoo right here. We got Jason in the background, also looking focused. He has a body cam. I mean, not body cam. I was gonna just get into that, but he has a vest on, and I'm wondering if, again, like other people pointed out, he's the same person that we've seen in trailer 1 with the backwards cap, the gray shirt, and the vest, but that was with the police. I'm not sure if that's him, but it really does lean into that Jason might be a cop situation. I don't think that's the case, but him working with the police to kind of maybe get out of trouble makes more sense. And then we have, okay, that one worked right here. We got Lori in the background moving, but I'll show the HD version of the actual thing. Right, and I hauled so much grass on that plane. In that plane, I could make these entire. I'm tired, y'all. I'm sorry. I hauled so much grass in that plane, I could make the state of Leonida levitate. The state of Leonida. The state of Leonida. Not the island. Not the area. Not the place. The state. Meaning that, again, there might be multiple states in the game. Tangible states, not something that you hear about and you never can go to, something you can actually go to. Okay, so now we got another screenshot of him. We got a screenshot of him at the bar. Got some guy in the background. He looks like he's just having a good time. Let's see what it says right here. Can't necessarily read it. It's a little bit faded, but I like that. Kenny Loggins. I'm just kidding. Kenny Buster? I think so. I don't know. I got a big black what? I got a big truck with your face on it. I'm guessing that's what that says. I got a big truck. Okay, I got a big truck with your face on it. Okay. Cool. That's a dope shirt. I like that. Here he is looking like about to kill Jason. No, I was kidding. There is Lori. We actually get to meet her. So let's go ahead and zoom in. Again, this is Jason with him. He's probably just about to tell him to go do another job with him. We got stickers on the cars and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Animal bicep. I'm not sure what that says. I know it says animal, but I can't really read it. Definitely looks like he's telling Jason to go, handle some business. There's another job that needs to be done, and he just happened to have Lori with him. She has a rose tattoo and another tattoo right here. I can't really read what that says, but I think that starts with an F or an E. I'm not too sure, but they're definitely partners in crime. And from the little video I showed you about him, he looks, not about him, but of him and Lori in the background, they definitely look like they get down together. So they look like they'll beat somebody's ass as a group, as a couple. Just like Jason and Lucia, but a little older. Looks like a Leonida beach bum, moves like a great white shark. Brian's letting Jason live rent free at one of his properties, so long as he helps with local shakedowns and stops by for Lori's Sangarita once in a while. All right. Alright, so I think I'm going to end the video here, and then I'll make a whole nother separate video not too far after this one's uploaded about the different places, because this video is going to be a very long video. Yeah, but thank y'all so much for watching. I'm sorry it's so long. Again, I'm still getting used to kind of making this kind of content, but it also made me excited to still go through this and talk about it and give my thoughts on these different characters and what their possible motives and or where their story can possibly go. Thank y'all so much for watching. Again, this is just something new. I'm not against trying this stuff out if you guys continue to watch. I very much appreciate if you stayed till the end, and if you did, please hit the like button, subscribe to see more videos like this. Comment down below as well to see let me know if you enjoyed this video and if you found it informative, or if I pointed out something that maybe someone else hasn't said before. Anything will help. Any feedback will help. I genuinely appreciate the amount of views I got on that last video, man. Like, people just looking at my channel like they did, it's just it makes me happy. I've been doing YouTube for about 10 years, and I do it as a hobby, but if people come in and actually enjoy my content, then I'm doing my job. I'm not necessarily trying to do this as a job. If it ends up being one, cool. But I already have one. But this is just the one thing that
makes me want to continue making content, especially about video games that I've been playing for 10 plus years. And the main series of the video game, aka GTA, is literally what made my Zotar channel and the current channel you're watching this on continue on for as long as it did. Even though I've been playing a whole bunch of other different games, GTA was always the main stay, the main content driver that made me put out those videos nonstop. So again, like and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video about the maps, and then the next official video, because this was supposed to be one video, but it's going to be a little too long. Is going to be about the patents, and I think the one after that, I would love to make it about the online. Like I want to talk about that so bad. See y'all again soon.